Hey, my normies and non-normies. How has it been? It's been a long time. I think it's been like 2 weeks if I'm not mistaken. It is May 12th, and at the time of this recording, it is 5:17 p.m. So it is a good evening, and I hope that by the time you are listening to this recording, you are doing well and have embraced the day or going to embrace the day. I just got my new microphone and I already tested it in a recording for YouTube. So I figured, since I have not been on a live and I have not done recording in a while, that I would actually do a recording, you know what I'm saying, for my podcasters. Like, why not? I mean, why the heck not? I mean, why not? Like, what is stopping me? What's stopping me is my depression, if you want to be honest. Like, if you really want to answer that question, that's what's stopping me. It wasn't just the microphone. It's also whatever the heck else it is that I'm dealing with mentally right now. Like, it's really kicking my ass. It's really, really honestly kicking my ass. Like, I'm sitting here listening to my daughter. She was talking to me, and I'm like, okay, I'm about to record this podcast, but what am I about to talk about? Like, Lynette, like, I'm tired of talking about the same stuff. Like, I understand you want to test the microphone. Okay, yeah, great. Wow. Ooh, yeah, awesome. We're going to see how it's, oh, yeah, great. We're going to see how it's recording. Great, fantastic. Whoop, whoop, awesome. Let's see how it's doing. And then it's like, okay, so it's recording fantastic. And then we're going to talk about what? What are we going to talk about? Like, what is there to talk about? We know you're not feeling good. You've already mentioned it a couple of times before. This is why you're MIA. You know, you're trying to do the best to get better now, but you don't even know what you're doing to get better. So what are you going to talk about? And then, like, I'm listening to her talk, and I'm sitting over here like, well, you're still going to make a recording because you have content you're supposed to be putting up. Like, you have people out there that are counting on you. I don't really know if you guys are counting on me, but this is just me, you know, obviously psyching myself up because I got to be my best cheerleader, right? Because obviously if I'm not going to be my best cheerleader, then who's going to be my best cheerleader? Go ahead. I'm waiting for answers. I mean, seriously, if I'm not going to be my best cheerleader, then who's going to be my best cheerleader? So I'm sitting here psyching myself up like, you got people out there counting on you. People out there that actually listen to your content. May not be as many people as you want, you know, and they may not comment. I don't want it. They may not comment. They may not, you know, like your stuff, share your stuff, subscribe, follow. They may not support you in ways that you can actually see it, but they listen. They're hearing you. They're following your lead, or you're taking your advice. You may not see none of these things because they're silently there. Like, you just have to envision that they're there and they're paying attention. And you know what I'm saying? Your words of wisdom are just not going into thin air for no reason. So I'm sitting here psyching myself up and telling myself these things, right? So I can get on here and do this recording. Now, if you guys are really out there, I don't know. I mean, if you're actually taking my words and listening to them, I really don't know. If you're learning from any of my story, I don't know. If you're learning what not to do from my story, awesome, super duper fantastic. If you're getting any inspiration from what I'm dealing with, even better. Like, awesome, like, for real, like, for real. But it's what motivates me, honestly, to keep pushing is that. Like, it's what motivates me every day to get up, get my shit together, get my happy, sappy, depressed, go lucky, non-go lucky, yes go lucky, go ass up, and get life going. Keep pushing to be a mom, keep pushing to motivate my kids, keep pushing to figure out how we're gonna get out of here, Keep pushing to figure out how we're going to get on our feet. Keep pushing to figure out how we're going to make it. What's going to be the next route that we're going to take to get out of this situation. We got out of an extended stay once. We got out of a shelter. We can get out of here. We can get out of here. Like, we're not stuck here forever. We can get out of here. We can make it. The only difference was I had legs during that time, and that's what keeps popping up every time I say this to myself. So how do I counteract that? And that's where I bump into the wall every single time. How do I counteract that? Well, Lynette, you had legs then. And you can get up and do this then. You can get up and do that then. This time, your legs are not as strong. You require a wheelchair, which makes it a little more difficult to get up and just go. So how do you counteract that? Which makes the depression then kick in. And it's like, dude, okay, I get it. Cry me a river. Boo-hoo-hoo. Okay, cry me a river. Cry it, cry it, cry it. Are you done crying it already? Like, can we get over the sap story now? There you go. Like, I don't even want to sit here and cry a river because it's kind of pointless. It's not going to get me anywhere. It's not going to make my legs walk any faster or any stronger. I mean, it's not going to get us on our feet any faster or any quicker. So, it's like, okay, I know crying is good for the soul. I get it. Don't get me wrong. But it's not going to give me a solution. And it's not going to resolve the problem. And I feel like if I cry sometimes, it's just going to make it worse. So it's kind of like, should I let the river open or should I leave it closed? See where I'm going with this? See where I'm going? I don't know if you do. So I just hope that you guys are out there paying attention, listening, take notes. I'm playing. You don't gotta take no darn notes. Just live life. Live it. Take care of yourselves. Don't ignore anything. Pay attention. Don't take it too serious. 'Cause I did. And I forgot to put myself first. You're valuable. You're important. You matter. Okay? You matter. You matter as much as everybody else does. Do not forget that. Alright? Okay? You matter as much as your children do. You matter as much as your partner does. You matter as much as your parents, your siblings, your cousins, your aunts, your uncles, your boss, your employees, whoever. It doesn't matter who they are. You matter as much. So please remember to put yourself first as well. Bye-bye. I have an uninvited guest. It's crawling. Behind the bong. Up it ran. Oh, it scared the shit out of me. I was about to freak out. Sorry, y'all. It was a roach. I can't do roaches. Ooh, child. It just got goosebumps going all over right now. Ooh, sorry, people. My apologies. It was a good message, too. Somebody didn't want somebody to get that message. Somebody didn't want somebody to be great right now. Because they sent the roach to stop me from giving that message, boy. Because that roach sure got me out my element. But you matter, okay? You matter. Please do remember that. And don't let nobody tell you otherwise. Love yourself. Do not forget to also put yourself on the top of that list when you're putting everybody else there. Your mental status matters as well as everybody else's does. So don't forget to give yourself some R&R. Make sure that you provide yourself that time and that rest and that quality and that love and that health and that healing and that spirituality. Everything that you need to balance yourself out. Because that is very imperative and is very important. We all need it in order to be able to survive. And I liked a lot of it. And I'm learning that now. My body's making sure that I pay attention. My body's making sure that I don't push too much. My body is definitely making sure that I don't push too much. And that's another reason why it's hard sometimes to be like, well, what answer do I give myself when I say I had legs then? Like, I get stuck to how do I respond to myself? Like, for real, seriously. How do I respond to myself to that? Like, I understand that I still can do things. Don't get me wrong, I get it. I can still use my legs to a certain extent, and then I can use the wheelchair for the rest. I understand. Like, I'm not limited. I get all of that. But it's not the same fire. It's not the same the obstacles are different. I require different assistance. It's harder to find the ability to do it. You know what I'm saying to you? Like, oh man, it's hard to explain. I don't know how to explain it. So, again, I was gone not just because of the mic issue, but I can't find the content to give y'all. I'm lacking that drive right now. Like, how can I push y'all if I can't push me? I mean, I'm taking my coaching classes. I'm doing great. I'm killing my coaching classes. And I'm going through the process, and that may be one of the reasons why I am where I am right now, because of the changes that I'm going through in my life. But right now, if I can't find that for myself, how am I supposed to find that for you guys? Like, how can I motivate you if I can't motivate me? How can I find a reason for you to get out of bed if I can't find a reason for me to get out of bed? You know what I'm saying? How can I tell you, hey, this is why you must get out of bed, if I can't use or even see that as a reason for me to get out of bed? Like, I've never been a hypocrite, and I've always been a person this has been my motto, and hear me out, okay? It may not make no sense to you, but I'm going to try to explain it. This is how I see the world. This is how I look at it. I don't like for people to preach to me in their underwear. And hear me out when I say this, okay? So, don't call me out on something if I can clearly see it on you. You feel me? So if you're going to preach something to me, make sure that what you preaching, I can't see. So make sure you fully clothed, okay? Make sure you fully covered before you come talk to me. Before you come tell me anything, make sure you fully dressed. Because if you're preaching to me in your underwear, you calling me out on something that I can see, then don't. Because I'm going to come for you. And I'm going to call you a hypocrite. And I'm going to call you out. Because you naked, bro. You talking to me, but you naked. I can see all your shit. You better be fully dressed. Like, what are you talking about? Don't preach to me unless you're fully dressed. Like, don't call me on nothing. don't call me out on nothing unless you fully dressed. Do not preach to me in your underwear. And I know that may not make no sense to you, but this is how I look at it. Now, if you have no guilt in what you're talking to me about, you feel me? Or whatever you're calling me out on, or whatever you're trying to preach to me about, if you have no guilt about it, you're going to be fully clothed, which means you got nothing to hide. You got no guilt on it. You got no reason to, no shame, no nothing. You fully clothed. You straight. You a G. You good to go. You feel me? But if you coming to me and you got guilt and whatever you preaching to me on, or you oh my God, what's the word? You're a hypocrite pretty much, because you do the same thing that you're talking about, in other words. So you calling me out on something that you're guilty about. So you coming to me in your underwear, you coming to me naked. So how you gonna call me out on something that you can't even wear yourself? So you can't call me out on it because you can't even wear the outfit your darn self. So you ain't fully clothed. So don't talk to me about something that you can't even wear yourself. So you don't preach to me because you naked. It may not make sense to y'all, but it makes sense to me. So that's how I look at the world. Don't preach to me unless you fully clothed. I'm not gonna listen to you if you're naked. I mean, that's been my motto my whole life. And it may not, like I said, it may not make no sense to y'all, but that has always been my motto. That's the way I've always looked at life. I take advice, you know what I'm saying, from people that, whatever you preaching to me, I have no problem with listening to people's advice. You feel me? And I take advice with a grain of salt, depending on who it's coming from and how it's being delivered and where it's coming from. Like, if I know that you live a life that's similar to mine, then I'm definitely going to be taking your advice. Because I know you've walked, you know what I'm saying, similar shoes to mine. And I know you've been in similar situations to mine. Or I know you understand, or you can get where I'm coming from, or you can understand where I'm coming from. Or if I know that you're the type of person that you pass no judgment. Or, for example, alright, Mervin. Mervin is a really good friend of ours. So, Mervin is a young kid. Mervin is a youngin'. He's still young. Mervin don't know, understand nothing about my life, put it like that. So, Mervin don't really get nothing about mental health like that. Mervin don't understand nothing about my kids like that. Like, he don't really know nothing about the autism piece and their mental health and stuff like that. But Mervin is a supporter. Whatever I can dump on Mervin, whatever I can vent on Mervin, Mervin has never been judgmental about nothing. Mervin will listen to everything I gotta say. On Mervin's advice, he's never been one to put down the next person. He's never been one to put his opinion on it. He is more of a, how can I put it? Like an open, like he'll try to just look at things in a positive angle and just be more of, well, let's look at the future. So what can we do moving forward? You feel me? How can we fix this moving forward kind of person? And then he's that type of person. So with him, I know that whatever advice he's gonna give me, I'm gonna take, because it's not coming from a judgment zone. You feel me? He's looking at my angle from, alright, I care about you, I care about your kids, I care about your family. You feel me? I care about what happens to you as a person. I care about what happens to your kids in general. I may not understand what y'all go through. I may not understand where y'all coming from. I may not understand how it affects you guys. But I understand. I care about, you know what I'm saying, what y'all go through. And I care about how you guys feel. So, and then it's kind of like, what can we do to make it better? And, his suggestions, his advice, his ideas, like his feedback, whatever, I wouldn't take as a grain of salt. I would definitely listen to it. It wouldn't be preaching from, in his underwear. He'd be preaching to me fully clothed. He may not walk my shoes, and he doesn't try to make it seem like he's walked my shoes at all. You feel me? But it's coming from a place of love. So he delivers it with a place of love, and because of that, is receptive with love. Is received with love. You got Uncle P. The same thing with Uncle P. Uncle P has walked a couple of shoes that we've walked. You feel me? And it may not be the same exact shoes, but it's been a couple of shoes that we've walked. And he may not understand 100%, you feel me, the world that we live in. He knows a little bit about it. And he's taking care of Biva when her shoes have been a little crazy in her mental illness piece. So he done seen firsthand how it can get. And he's never perceived for it to be easy either, So he knows that it can get crazy and hectic, and he tries to be as supportive as he can. So whatever advice, that he gives, I try to take, to heart as best as I can. Because he's been a big supporter for a long time. And as much as, I wish that our connection, our relationship and our connections can be, stronger, but the distance is a hard one. But then the kids don't get to see him as they would love to. But, he is busy. But his advice is one that I would definitely not take with a grain of salt. It's another one that I would take to heart, because I know it comes from a big place of love. Certain things I would like that I would know. I wouldn't say he'd be preaching in his underwear. Like, I would definitely be like, I know he's preaching fully clothed. But certain people that I know that do certain things, like blow their money on, dumb shit, and then call me out on whatever, and I'm sitting here like, I done seen you do this. Nah, I would say you preaching in your underwear. Like, no thank you. Stop talking to me. And then I would have to call you out on it. Things like that. I hope that is a good example. I hope you guys are understanding where I'm coming from. And I feel like I just did a whole blabber session for 22 minutes, and I'm sorry. I feel like I need to shut up right now. I really feel like I need to shut up. Can you lower that, please? I really feel like I need to shut up right now, because that was just like a little too much. Just a little too much. Did a whole blabber session there, and I was just like, whoo, child, I feel like I was talking forever. Can they lower that?
I already told one.
Oh, thank you. I feel like I was, like, talking forever, like a non-stop. Sorry, y'all, but the TV was, like, really loud. Non-stop talk. Give me a second. I need to gather my thoughts for a minute. I need to find a song to play. Just for a sec. Happy afternoon, Butt.
But it's not morning.
I know, that's why I said happy afternoon, but it's not afternoon either, it's evening.
It's about to be nap time.
Correct, about to be night time.
You better go to bed.
I don't want this.
Can I leave this on?
Leave what on?
Lights on.
Lyrical, I'm recording a podcast. Can I please finish working? So anyways, hold on, you guys. I'm trying to find something I was gonna play.
What's that?
Lyrical, can I please finish? Let me see. Alright, let me Let's see how this works. Oh, really? And they gonna give me a commercial, y'all. They gonna give me a commercial, y'all. Well, I tried to give y'all some music for a second, because I really do feel like I just sat here and just blabbed for like a whole non-stop. Like, that was just a little too much right now. Like, ooh, child. Like, that was just a whole blab session on.
What's gonna be for dinner?
We're gonna eat you, boo boo.
No.
Yeah, let's eat boo boo for dinner.
No.
Can we eat boo boo for dinner? Yes.
No.
I want to eat boo boo for dinner.
No.
Yes.
No.
We're gonna eat boo boo for dinner. Okay, fine. We won't eat boo boo for dinner. Y'all don't know nothing about no Aaliyah. 1 in a million. Y'all don't know nothing about Aaliyah. Y'all know about Aaliyah. Y'all don't know nothing about Aaliyah. Right, Lyrical, we don't know nothing about Aaliyah. Tell them, y'all know nothing about Aaliyah. Give me a woman. Tell them, they don't know nothing about Aaliyah. Woo! Right, baby? You like this song? If y'all gonna see her, she is a trip, yo. She is really a trip. But anyways, guys, I'm trying. I'm trying to find the content. I'm trying to find the motivation. What do you want to use? My microphone? You cannot touch my microphone. It's not a toy. No. Oops, mommy messed up. Okay. So yeah, guys. Sorry. I just had to. What happened, boo boo? What's wrong? Talk to me.
I want to dance.
So you can dance. I have to keep talking. This is a recording.
Music.
Well, I'm sorry, but I have to talk. This is what you call an audio recording. So an audio recording means that you have to talk because nobody sees you. There's no video. So since there's no video, I have to keep talking. Okay? It's not like YouTube. It's for the podcast. If you want to talk, you can talk. Do you want to say something to them? Okay, so what do you want to say?
So everyone, I'm what did it go again?
What's what called?
I think what's it called?
What's your name?
Yeah, what's my name?
Lyrical.
ABCs.
Alphabet?
Yeah, the alphabet.
Okay, what about it?
ABC.
Talk to the podcast.
So everyone. Oh, which one?
Just go ahead.
So it's bad.
Don't touch it.
So everyone. So everyone. So I'm doing this video and Mom and me.
It's not a video, baby. It is a podcast.
We're doing the podcast
There you go.
with Mom and me. The podcast.
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 Pod.
Pod.
There you go.
We're doing podcast.
Good job.
Did you hear my voice?
Yes, it records your voice.
Everyone, I'm doing the Comcast. That's Mommy and me.
And what else do you want to say?
I'll be back. Let me learn the ABCs on the cup.
Baby, are you done talking to the podcasters?
So we're going to do this whole podcast.
We're going to do this whole podcast? And what are we going to do it about?
We're going to do the ABCs during the podcast.
So we're going to do the ABCs on the podcast?
We're going to steal it.
We're going to steal it? I can't steal what's already mine. This is my podcast.
You can pick anything, everything in this.
Oh, so I can pick everything and everything that's this? Okay, so
You can steal it.
but I don't want to steal anything, boo-boo.
Because this is our house, we're about to break. And the roaches in the house will get roaches in our house.
Okay.
The zombies will come out here to get us. And they'll eat me.
What zombies?
Zombies. And there.
Boo-boo, zombies are not real.
Boo Boo has zombies in all of the walls.
Boo-boo, stink about
Huh?
zombies are not real.
Zombies are real. You can copy my voice.
Sticker butt. Zombies are not real.
Zombies are real.
Stinker butt. Don't yell loud because it's going to be loud to everybody else. Don't do that.
So everyone, we're going to do this whole podcast.
Podcast.
We're going to do this whole podcast.
Why do you keep saying podcast? Podcast.
Podcast.
Better.
We're doing this whole podcast.
Podcast.
We're doing this whole podcast. Is that better, Mama?
Yes, my love. Everything you do is better.
We're gonna do this whole podcast.
Podcast.
We're gonna do this whole podcast.
Stop touching my microphone, please.
We're gonna do this
Can you
whole
stop touching the microphone? You're still touching the microphone. Stop touching the microphone. You're not listening. You're not listening. Your hands away from the microphone. Thank you.
We're gonna do this whole podcast.
Podcast.
We're gonna do this whole podcast.
Podcast.
That's what this snow.
You're still not saying the word right, my love.
Podcast.
No. Podcast.
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 There you go.
I did it.
Awesome. So are you done now?
We're going to do the C's. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They're cutting my voice.
Correct.
They're putting it in there.
Correct.
Why
Because it's recording it so that we can then put it up on the podcast.
Oh, so we can hear it.
Yeah, but can I take my podcast over again?
Let's do it.
Thank you.
We can do it together.
So, Lyrical, is your birthday coming up? Yeah. How old are you going to be?
I'm going to be 4.
Good job, my boo-boo. Oh, you're right. You're going to be 4 years old.
Yeah.
Good job, boo-boo. Are you excited? Oh, my baby's growing up.
Yeah.
She's going to be 4 years old, you guys.
Yeah.
Do you remember when your birthday is?
It's a unicorn.
Yes, you want to have a unicorn, correct? You are right. And your birthday is on May 23rd.
May 23rd.
That's when your birthday is.
It's on April.
It's coming up.
Yes, it is.
Are you excited? You're going to be 4.
Yeah. And I have presents.
Are you sure about that? You been a good girl? I don't know about all that. Sometimes you be acting up. I don't know. Sometimes you be so cute and you be acting up, and I don't know about all that. You sometimes be acting up and stuff, and you be with an attitude, But you guys, my baby about to be 4. Cannot believe 4 years have gone by since I gave birth to this child. Like, time has flown by. 4 years since I left. Well, almost 4 years since I left the state of Connecticut. 4 years. 4 years since I gave birth to my baby.
Your baby's gonna be bigger than the moon.
My baby's gonna be bigger than the moon. Can you stop touching the light thing? It already keeps falling. Please leave it alone.
I'm gonna tell them by my birthday.
You're gonna tell them to buy your birthday?
No, buy the plate for my birthday.
Buy the plates for your birthday? Wait, baby, nobody's buying plates. We're not making plates for your birthday. So what are you talking about? Don't touch the microphone. You can talk. No, you can.
I need it.
What do you need?
Giant castle.
You need a giant castle? Oh.
Jumbo giant castle.
You need a jumbo giant castle.
Yeah, jumbo giant castle.
Okay.
In this house.
Well, can we first find a place to live? And we gotta find a van.
To get everything on it.
You're so cute. I love you.
Please bring the TV and the wheelchair.
And the wheelchair, yep. She's right about that.
Won't fit in there.
Well, if we get the van, the wheelchair will fit.
Get money.
We get money, you so funny. We can go DoorDash, right? Yeah.
That's a car.
Yep, that's why we gotta get a van.
We need to go to Lyrical so we can get to a hotel.
You're so funny.
To another hotel.
What other hotel?
That other hotel was out white.
I don't know what other hotel you're talking about.
There's a hotel was orange. Ah!
Did I tell you to leave it alone?
I dropped it on it.
Well, stop touching it, please. can't whisper yet. Do it louder.
We're going to have my birthday coming up. Have my birthday coming up. We're gonna have my birthday coming up. Is that better?
Yeah, that was better. Well, you guys, this episode turned out to be taken over by the midget. My apologies.
By Lyrical.
Yes, by Lyrical. Sorry. My co-host, Lyrical. My apologies for not using her name. What was I thinking? It's not like I was really talking about much, let's admit it. So, yeah, the cutie pie took over.
Can I do something about this?
No, leave that alone. The cutie pie took over, so, yeah, she brought the party on. I do hope that you guys enjoy your day, though. Make it count.
Let's get your white bear butt.
Hey, why would you say that? Make it count. Make it blessed. Don't forget that tomorrow ain't promised to no one, so let's make yesterday jealous, alright? Be blessed, everyone.
Bye.